Oh, should
Great.
I press? Got it.
Yeah, press got it. And now I'm pressing got it
Okay.
too. All right. Welcome
Okay.
to Black Lion's Domain, ladies and gentlemen. This is where Zachary Shiloh used to roam around the earth. Now, for the past year, I've been what I call universally grounded. The universe decided to ground me, so I actually had to get rid of roaming around. Roaming around's been dead almost 2 years. All right. With that said, welcome to the second episode of season 3 of BLD. Generally, what you are watching or listening to is part of what Zachary Shuttle calls the Black Lions airspace, where love shines the brightest. I've been doing this podcast overall almost 3 years. As of today's date, June 1st, here in America, I am about 15 days away from my podcast turning 4 seasons old, 3 years old. Today's guest, I was fortunate to get her last week, exactly. I was roaming around the earth again, but in a different sense. I am part of this group on Facebook called the Black Authors Network. Somebody that I used to be friends with put me onto. So I'm just browsing around one day, and then I find this gorgeous from over here. She actually stood out like amongst several people. I believe that somebody, I think maybe one of the admins, posted this thing that says, all right, all of you that are looking for podcasts or whatever, or want to get your book stronger, let's do this thing right now. And she was like, I think in the top 5 or 10 people that I think I found. I said, oh, okay, let me talk to her. She's, I understand, 3 times published, and she is a best-selling author, by the way, kids. Yes, she is. I loved her vibe. I actually did get to talk to her before this. And before I even move further, than finish off the intro, I have a friend at work. He tried to tell me something funny. He said that Ghana is not part of Africa. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid at all. I know African accents when I hear it. And Ghana is part of Africa. It's part of West Africa. So if Claymont Fredericks is ever listening to this, Pops, you were absolutely wrong. You were wrong. You guys son of a gun. Oh man, but I'll see you on Sunday. I know you're not listening to this, but I'll see you on Sunday if you ever heard this. And I'm gonna laugh at you to your face because this one over here told me I was right. All right. With that said, she's a consultant, she's a multi-time writer, and much, much more. Welcome, Bridget Gayapong. How you doing, my
Yeah. Okay, welcome, Jack. Okay, my name is Bridget A. Japan.
How you doing, love?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm doing well, especially after getting to talk to you for a bit, my dear.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Again, I am happy and grateful to the Black Authors Network because I was able to find you in like the top 10 people that I actually was attracted to. I said, oh, all right, she's a best-selling author. She's a consultant. She's doing much, much more. And she wants to do interviews. Why not? Why not? All right, my
Yeah.
dear. I can feel this episode is possibly going to be a short one. Can you hit my listeners with your background, please?
Okay, as I said, my name is Bridget Adufwe Japom. I am a management consultant with specialization in organizational development and strategy. I have like 9 books now, of which 2 is a high content books. My first book is Win You, an introspective journey of finding yourself and knowing your potentials and harnessing them for greater heights and ultimate success. And I just released a second high content book on out on Amazon and other marketplaces. It's a workbook, the search workbook, 8 master keys to unfold life's purpose and achieve a desired success and meaning. And also, I'm hoping to become a coach one day. And also, I am the host of Elevate with Bridget podcast show, a Ghanaian, an achiever. I believe that every dreams are possible, no matter what. So these are little things I can say about my background.
Ooh, you want to be a coach? I thought you already were,
Yeah,
my dear.
yeah. There's a difference between consultancy and coaching. There's a big difference between that.
Oh, yeah. I'm a coach myself. I'm not getting paid for my services. I haven't been paid out, to be honest. But ever since April 28th this year, I've actually been taking this coaching series. I was on vacation from my beloved Amazon as a
Okay.
warehouse worker. So I'm hearing to start it up again. And then I was just journaling and I could hear nothing but silence. So I'm hearing mind over matter, mind over matter. Okay, that's what a friend of mine who was a coach said to me. That sounds like something that you. Then I heard the word unlimited because I want to try setting people free from different things going on with them. So I said, okay, mind over matter unlimited. That's my business. Sounds good. So I had to come up with a mission statement. So I'm just meditating on it. I'm like this. And for some odd reason, before I left Amazon for vacation, I started to see the word resurrection. So I'm thinking, okay, resurrection. All right. I'm in the matter of health. Health is in the mind. All right. So then out came the words. This is where health resurrection manifests. Life starts anew in the mind. What will follow awes you. And from that point forward, I wound up getting 3 clients. 2 are a married couple from Idaho, Boise, Idaho. Hello, Geneva and Justin Hill, if you are listening or watching. I hope that you 2 are feeling better. A 3rd client is from Montana. She is somebody that I wrote about in a forthcoming book called Rebel Romance Redux. That book is slated for release in August. But the actual work, according to my dear friend Janet Brent, hello Jan, if you listen to this, is supposed to start exactly in 26 days from now. So I'm noticing them, they're wanting to work with me. I said, okay, I need people who are gonna actually go and do the work. Not only do they need to do the work, but uh-oh, I froze. I froze. Okay. All right, kids out there, I'm freezing here and there. And so is this one anyway. All right, so I'm trying my best to keep on going. Mind over matter. So far, it's been working. That's the bottom line because Zach Michelle says. I'm trying to get paid eventually, but I want to do this thing with the 3 that I have. to make sure that what I have done is concrete. It's not enough for just me. People can say, oh, you've actually lost the weight. You've done this, that, third. Why not get paid? I want subjects who can do what I do for free. Then when I know that they have been successful, then I can start naming prices and start charging heights. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
But from that point forward, I'm free. I'm free.
Okay.
And anybody that wants to work with me, God bless you. But I can admit it and excuse my French, but I can be a bit of a hard ass. Ask my client. I can be a little bit rough, but I do so because I care. And two of them come from a writing family that I'm in. And it feels right. It feels right. With that said, my dear, you should actually become a coach. I believe it, especially talking to you about the best-selling authorships. You definitely have stuff to offer. Speaking of stuff to offer, I understand that you are a consultant.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. I'll talk a little thing about it because when it comes to consultancy in Ghana, Ghana is, I'll say we are growing on it, and it's not easy to be employed or to practice on this. My consultancy career started when I decided to follow my purpose and my passion. And through observation, I realized that I was good in advisory because I always love to share advisory to clients and those that I was working with. I was working in a financial institution as a financial service officer where we go to source out new clients and also speak to them about our new initiative in the business. So one day when I was speaking to a client and I realized that something fishy wasn't well in the business. So I decided to give her some advice. And she took it. The next time I went to visit her, she was implementing the advice that I gave her. And it wasn't the first time nor the second time. Then I realized that, oh, then this thing might be a good thing for me. So I decided to enroll in as an association. They are called the Institute of Certified Business Consultants and Analysts, and they also helped me to fish out more about the consultancy thing in my career. So I also love creating models, systems. So assuming if you bring your problem and you tell me this is what you are facing, when I analyze everything, I can also create a model that can help solve that problem. So during school or during my training, I decided to stop the banking job so that I can get a job which can help me to grow my consultancy career. So my plan was to train myself and then work in a consultancy so it will push my dream and my career forward. But I search and search and search and search. Oh my God. And no one wanted to employ me. They don't want to employ me because they believe I'm new to the industry. I'm not experienced. So, a thought that came to mind.
I know the road to trying to get a job. It can be very rough.
Yeah, a thought came to mind that if they won't employ me, I will employ myself.
Oh, that's even better.
So I decided to create a small business. So I went to register my business, did the plan, did everything related to the consultancy. It was called ABGS Consulting. That's my name initials. So I was helping people to solve their problem, creating business plans, proposals, and a lot more for people. And one thing about the consultancy industry is that it's seasonal. It doesn't flow each day.
Mm.
It doesn't flow. So sometimes the peak period is in January up to March. From that season going, it is slow. So if I don't get another job to kick it start, it will be a problem. So I decided to pause it. I won't say I've quit because it's still in my mind. I decided
Hey,
to pause so that I will enter into a fully grown consultancy industry or a fully grown consultancy firm that can help me to learn new things. So surely I got a job in a consultancy field where I am helping them to solve problems in the business society now. So
oh,
that's a
we
little
need.
bit. I think this story needs a memoir.
Oh, you want to write a memoir? You could go.
Yeah, one day I'll write a memoir about my experience in the consulting industry.
Oh, we need more consultants to actually tell about their stories. But who better than you to
Yeah.
lead the way, my
And you know something, there was one thing when I was practicing, because no one wanted to employ me, sometimes I'll pick, in Ghana, the Daily Graphic has a RFP, request for proposal, though I was not qualified, but I pick a graphic or go to the graphic stand and buy 2 or 3, then look through the RFP and write proposals to businesses. So I wrote some for UNDP, Red Cross Society, though I knew I wasn't qualified, just to get the experience and the exposure. So I love to experiment on things. So
Oh,
there's a lot of journey.
so you were briefly a songwriter. Cool, cool. Okay. Uh, I love that consultant bit, and I support you fully, my dear. Yes, I do. Uh, Speaking of support, my dear, we are a part of this thing called the Black Authors Network. Like I said, you are a multiple tongue-tied, multiple time best-selling author. How did you actually get into actual writing, my dear? Because without writing, we are not published authors or bestsellers. So how did you
Yeah.
get into that?
The whole drive was to, because previously I had a gap I felt in me that I was lacking one thing called purpose. It's like
Ooh.
you don't know what you are doing, though you are doing it, but like you are going, but you don't know. So I decided to find a lot of things about myself. I did prayer, and also my church, where I church, they also did a training, like a conference to help people find their purpose, passion, and I attended. So after the event, I asked myself, what will I do to find mine? So I was doing a self-reflection thing, asking myself questions. So I tried it several times and I got it. And also I was reading books from Tony Robbins and other personal development books regarding purpose, success, and other stuffs. So I found it and I told myself, why don't I help others to find theirs? I know there are a lot of people who are looking out to find their purpose, use their potentials, and use it for the greater use, because most of them they think, oh, they have one ability, but meanwhile they have thousands of abilities in them. So my sole purpose of writing my first book, When You, was to share the message to in part to convince people that they can win every situation that they are in. They can win the money.
Ooh, was there a tiger over there?
Yeah, it's win you. I have let me see. I have a cover here, one of the book here.
Oh, win you. I love that title. I thought for a second, hon, I heard a lion or a tiger out there where you are. That's why I kind of jazzed out for a second. I was about to say,
and this is the second book. This is a workbook.
Ooh.
So the cover is similar.
Oh, yes. Black and gold. That's what it is.
Powerful.
Black and gold.
Powerful colors. So I decided to help others to find theirs. It wasn't easy because right in the beginning, I thought I wanted to write for anyone who needed to find their potential. But I realized that I was missing out because I didn't identify who was my target audience. So I went for trainings in Ghana, and also I went to like YouTube, typed in some keywords, and started searching for some things. Then I got it. So I started the book afresh. And when I was writing it, I remember I started 2017. So self-doubt came in because people were telling me that you are not qualified. You should be a big woman or someone who is popular around the world before you have to write this book. So I gave up. But still, because I wrote something there, with the mind, when you write it down, especially with a pen or book, you still remember that you have a task to accomplish. Though I was like slow, I felt reluctant, doubt, imposter syndrome, but the mind was still reminding me that you have a book to write, you have a book to write. So 2017, I wrote some and paused 2018. Paused 2019. When we're entering to 2020, I said, this is the year. 2020, I have to write this book. Even if I don't publish it, I have to write it and give it to a publisher. Then January, COVID hit. Said, no matter COVID, I'll write this book.
Right on, baby.
No matter COVID, I'll write this book. So I took 1 month to finish the first draft, and then 2 months. I finished it in May, and then June, July, I completed the second and third drafts and gave it to some beta readers to read. And then in September, I gave it to my publisher. Even with the publisher, I was feeling doubt. Hey, this thing. So it was helping me was affirmation and believe in myself. So each time I'll be affirming great things. I am a winner. I will fight this war. I will fight. I will fight and win. So surely I fought and win, and then this book is out. Win you.
Oh, God bless your story. This sounds like what Zachary Shadow went through. I actually was a type 2 diabetic. I was dying in 2019. I actually wanted to change my life, so I just began journaling every single day. Unbeknownst to me, I would actually go and reverse my conditions. Yeah. People wanted to know my story. So they said, oh, why don't you write a book? I said, yeah, you've done all of this, why not? And then it just became like a guidelines, like what I do daily. Then a friend of mine who was actually in the same self-help class that I was in, she noticed me. She pulled me aside and we started a different group together, which is composed of older women and myself. I was the baby of the bunch. So she pulls me aside alone She says that she has a friend of who's this big time CEO, self-made CEO. She's publishing all these books and whatever. She thinks that I should talk to her. So I talked to this woman in July after I actually had a bad spell. What that? I actually blacked out. I blacked out, but I recovered, and then I saw a message from this woman named Blair Hayes. We wound up negotiating for her appearance in what would unknowingly become one of the greatest episodes of my show's history. So we're chatting exactly on September 20th. She's got this big virtual summit because of the COVID. So I'm saying to her, okay, I'll help you promote it, whatever. So she offers me my slot in her first unisex book called They Are Magic. I always tell this story, and it's absolutely fun. I thought she was ribbing me right on air. I seriously thought she was ribbing me, but she was serious. So I said, okay, here's this woman. She believes that the Black Lion's roar should actually be her. All right, go with it. So 5 days later, as her virtual summit's wrapping up, I pay my first piece of tuition. And then several months later, Black Lion's Roar is actually published. I actually told this story before of how I actually got into that overall. A big self-help teacher's name is Dr. John Gray. He's the maker of these books called Women Are From Mars, Men Are From what Venus, whatever. Google them, kids. Google them. All right. So one of his biggest regrets in life is when his wife Bonnie died. Oh. He actually wanted to give her co-writing props for helping him make that series what it was. But she said to him, no. You actually had the vision. All I did was just push you. The credit's all yours. He told this to one of my teachers named Sonia Riccati, and it's bothered him for years. I was going nowhere with the original BLR. I went to Blair because I didn't believe that if I kept on going the way I was, that it wasn't going to be earned. So I needed help. And luckily for me, doing this, with this hunt over here, helped me to actually get it done. And the ride that it's been is absolutely amazing. I sit here now, 13 days away, supposedly, from getting my proper 7th best-selling authorship. Yeah, I sometimes sit in this very room that I'm in, and I cry. I cry because not many people have the gumption or guts to actually even write about themselves or others in their lives. Yeah. I've done it multiple times now. And every single time that I write, I feel like I get better and more opportunities come from me, especially when I get the title best-selling author again. Like, I didn't expect to even get this wonderful soul on my show originally. Like, a good lot of things I've done unexpected is the key word. And I wake up every single day saying these words. I'm happy and grateful to be alive, because I should have died in 2008. But I did what not many would do. And yeah. I looked at myself.
It's a big testimony. Strong one.
Yes, it is, huh? Yes, hon. Yes. As a matter of fact, let me move this cup and do it the right way. Yes. Yes. That's the truth. That's the truth. Not many really do have that honor. And it's a shame that more people want to be famous. I never wanted to be famous. All I wanted was just to get the Black Lions roar out because some people thought that I should actually tell my story. And now it's been like 7 of them. And by the end of the year, if I understand this right, take away my solo book, if I stay with the co-authoring, I believe that should be like almost 11, 10 or 11 of them. Like if somebody was to actually had told me in 2019 that when I started journaling almost every single day, that, hey, Zachary Shaw Watts, you're going to be double digits best-selling author, I would be looking at them like, excuse me? Me? All I want to do is just reverse my diabetes and lose the weight. I didn't want to become a best-selling author, but then the likes of you started, and the likes of Blair Hay started encouraging me to do what I do. And it's done. Like I said, I know I'm repetitive, but I really am humbled by this. Like, really, it's my reality. It's your reality. It's Blair Hayes' reality. It's my friends at Dark Horse reality. They're getting ready to actually have their next book, Birth 3, exactly a day after I go 7 times best-selling author. Their book is coming out on exactly 2 weeks from now. And I will be there at home helping them promote it because their book should be #1. But the feeling of it, I've sometimes had to ask authors, and I'll ask you, what does it feel like to be an actual best-selling author? Like the feeling of it, how is it for you?
Yeah, it's cool. Like you feel great, feel okay. Wow, is this happening to me? And one thing I never knew that I will go worldwide because with the Win You, it got readers in like 16 countries, whilst I sit in Ghana, Africa, and relax. It wasn't easy. I do the marketing myself. I do a lot of things by myself. And also the testimony that comes with the book, I also feel happy when I see my book on the best-selling author. I see it. Oh my God. I feel great. I feel okay. I feel okay. Because a lot of people are winning with Win You. And there's one quote I usually say in Win You is, there is no other challenges with you than with yourself. So Win You. So in life, in life, there are lots of challenges. You cannot take away challenges, sickness, financial troubles, a lot more. But you have to still win the circumstances that you want to overcome to win big or be successful. Just win it. If you win it, all other things, even you forget that you are having some financial problems or something like that. But when you win yourself, everything is okay with
That's
you.
the truth. That's the truth. Like sometimes I keep on saying this, I do cry. Not many people in our industry, when they actually get the title of best-selling author, they don't feel like it's a big deal. They actually will fade away and they feel as if this thing ain't helping them at all. I remember somebody that I'm not close to. She was in a certain writing family. We were taught she was feeling kind of blah about being a best-selling author because she wasn't getting royalties. she wasn't receiving money as she wanted. Uh, I was feeling on cloud nine. I was so happy and grateful just to even have the title of bestseller once. Once would have been okay with me, but a certain Polish love showed up. I would say March 2020, and I unknowingly would start this journey of best-selling authorships. I actually was signed up for my second book called Letters of Magic. I would go on and get like two more unknowingly to me. One is called Letters of Love. The other was called Ascension 2, Visionary Leaders. Polish Love was in Ascension with me, but I was already a fan of her before I even knew she was in the book. I didn't know she was, but once that baby went bestseller, that's when things really started to add up. So I said, uh-oh. I possibly could be like a 7 times best-selling author by the end of the year. This is cool because I got more books. And I did the math when I started doing this book called Rebel Romance, which some people would say is pornographic filth or smut. But that book really transformed my life. Like, I never expected when I started writing about Polish that my life would almost mirror it to some degrees or another. Like right now, I am living rebel romance to some degrees or another. Yeah, sure. I'm single and the Polish love don't care about me in the romantic sense, but that's all right. It's the feeling of it. And to see myself be that best-selling author and to be a coach, a successful one, what? I wish I could ask people for money right now, but like I said earlier, I want there to be concrete success with my 3 clients. Once I know that they have got to a certain form or to their goals, then I can really start asking for money. That way I know I'm confident. I am not scared out of my mind. I know for certain that what I went through in Black Lion's Roar, the original, anybody can do. And I still believe anybody. Even you, if you actually wanted to. But I'm leaving you alone, my dear. But all right. I'm happy and grateful that you came on my show, my dear. Do you have any forthcoming projects?
Okay, as for me, each time I'm writing. Okay, for this year, I'm planning to help other upcoming authors. So I'm bringing out an author series called Get It Published series. It's a 3-book series.
Get it published.
So yeah, so even I was reading, usually when I finish my first drafts, with Microsoft, there is a feature, read aloud, then I'll play it so that I can.
Okay.
So I was playing the words. It was cool, like an audio book, someone listening to me. So the book is to help authors. The book one is those who know nothing about books. They want to shake their fear, their doubts, and they want to write their book. And the second book is on Amazon, like about Amazon. It's called The Kindle Way. So how to publish and sell more books, more nonfiction books on Amazon. And the third one is how to develop a good titles. Sometimes when you see the titles of books, it's not really encouraging. So that's what I'm doing for this the writing series. And also I have another one. It's a motivational book. Maybe it will come out next year. It's called Lift It High.
Let it hide?
Yeah. Lift the book high.
Oh, let the book high. Okay.
Oh, it's not about books. It's left your motivation high. Like be encouraged to pursue your dreams. The reason why I realized that those who have written my books, some, when you are dealing with your dreams, sometimes you feel stuck. You feel that you don't
Uh-huh.
want to push again. Yeah. So that was the main reason that pushed me to write this book, to encourage people. It's a 58 motivational messages. So you can read it every day. Pick one every day. I think they'll feel it because even when I'm reading it, I feel high.
Uh-huh. People say that I'm high, but I say that I don't need reefer or drugs. I'm high off of life. Speaking of motivational books, my dear, I'm looking at a certain one that I never finished reading, and I'm happy and grateful I never did, because it was supposedly how to actually do a book in 90 days. I look at that book and I laugh. Like, that didn't really help me. It didn't really help
Yeah,
me at
but
all.
the messages are short shots. They are short shots. You can even read it a day. I realized this thing through my observation that people now don't want lengthy books with minimal lessons or takeaways. If it's short, you have to make it short, concise, and insightful. If it's long filled with a lot of information. Some of the books, when you read, you see the book like this. The first maybe session is the only important thing. The rest are then noise or rubbish. So
Uh-huh.
I decided that's why I made this book short. It's a workbook so that people can carry it along. And if you are a good reader, you can read it like 2 hours. You are done.
2 hours straight. Hun, I actually,
Yeah.
I I've been doing this best-selling authorship thingy now, like almost
Yeah,
7 times.
and it
But
has a space for people to fill in
oh, workbook, yeah, definitely.
this thing. So there's one question here. It said, list the reason why you must achieve the purpose of life. So it will ask you questions that will lead you to your purpose. It's simple questions, but if you think deep, it will take you somewhere.
It really does. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, it makes me think about this writing stuff again. Like, really, it's powerful. The more I keep on talking about it, it really does. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Now I remember what I was trying to get to. All right. So you were talking about the book. I'm actually remembering the launch days of my bestsellers. I would actually buy the best-selling books before they even hit bestseller. So I would read them on launch day, and it would be hours. Like, I'm already up like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I said, okay, I'm supposed to be on a Zoom call like maybe 10ish. Let's read the book. Let's see what everybody else has done. And lo and behold, I never stopped. I did that every single one except I think once. And I do have the book in front of me, but it's the very first hard copy book I ever have that I am featured in.
Okay,
So
nice,
kids out there,
nice.
so kids out there, uh, if you are watching this on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, say hello to the fourth book that Zachary Scheigel Watts has ever been featured, called Letters of Love, Inspiration, Gratitude, and Hope. This is the second of a now 3-book series by my friend Melissa DeVoe. This book is my very first hard copy. I never bought the other books in hard copy because I was financially struck, but I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it because they're all great. And why not have a physical copy? I don't want to read on Kindle all the time. I don't want to read on Kindle all the time.
Yeah.
Oh God. You know how hard it is to try and actually find your own chapter in a multi-dimensional book on something electronic? And then you're like, oh God, I gotta go skimming through this. And not saying that the other stories were meh, but sometimes a person just want to read their own material. That's it. All right. With that said, my dear, it's time to start wrapping up because you gotta go home. And not only do you got home, you
Yeah.
gotta eat.
So what I will say to your listeners, viewers on the various platforms is that they should continue to win their challenges, and also they should continue to purposeful life. One quote from my book, it says, successful people interpret wisdom, knowledge, and love. But in the meantime, if you want to get any of my book, it's on Amazon. So when you search Bridget Adufwe Japan, you can get my book, The Bridget's, Brigitte, and the Japan Agyapong on Amazon. You can get any of my books, but I prefer you buy this because it will take you on a journey because it has questions and a lot more about yourself. So when you read it, you answer it yourself. I'm not going to tell you that this is your purpose or that's your purpose. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram is at Bridget's Author, and Facebook too, the same thing. So what I want to share is peace, shalom.
Well, that was absolutely great promotion of your stuff, my dear. All right, so I have these three things that I ask of my guests. The first thing is your desires of the future, my dear, are.
Okay. I want to publish a lot of books to impact people so that readers will get variety of my library of books. So if they want books on purpose, they will get it. If they want books on emotions, they will get it. If they want business books, they will get it. So, and also planning to organize training seminars to impact people also.
All right, that sounds great. All right, my dear. The next thing, if not now, within the next 7 days to a month, can I bother you for 3 people you think I should talk to in this interview segment?
Okay, I have a colleague, author, friend. She's from the United Kingdom, and she's called Rosie. Rosie.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one person.
Yeah.
Can you give me 2 others? That's not
Um.
Rosie. Not you don't have to give them to me right now. The next 7 days to a month, my dear. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. I'll give it to you. The
All
next
right.
7 days.
All right. And here's the last bit before I actually hit that. What can I, Zachary Shiloh, or Zachary Shiloh was, depending on preference, do for you, my dear, going forward?
Okay. I want you to share more of my books. Share more of my books, and also share my message to reach your inner circles, your outer circles, anywhere the sharing can be possible.
Okay, that's simple. I'll actually share your content. Why not? And the people out there in the Black Authors Network, thank you very much for actually having her on there. I appreciate it. And I would love to feature more other members of our community, please, if
Yeah.
possible. Thank you very much. All right. With that said, one goal, one aim, one road, one focus. And that's loving your beautiful Hunskins and loves out there. Even if it sounds like I'm venting, I am what they call passionate. I'm passionate about her. I'm passionate about these knuckleheads I live with. I'm passionate about my writings. I'm passionate just about general life. With that said, thank you very much. I
Thank you
love
too.
all. And the next time you shall see me, I hopefully will be doing more Black Lions Airspace solo. And I am in negotiation with a certain Rona Lewis from the Biz Souls podcast. I am ending this broadcast. This gorgeous hun gotta go home.